overhead. Oak outdoor furniture manufacturers wood patio furniture. If the company reports the following costs for June 2018, what is the balance in the manufacturing overhead account before overhead is allocated to jobs? Assume that the labor has been incurred but not yet paid. Prepare journal entries for overhead costs incurred in June. And so then we have wood, nail, glue and stain, depreciation on saws, indirect manufacturing labor, depreciation on the delivery truck, and assembly line workers' wages. And so before we do the journal entries, let's just look at this and determine what actually is going to be included in overhead anyways. The wood will not be included because it's a direct material. Nails, glue, and stain is an indirect material, so it will be included. Depreciation on saws will be included. That's a other manufacturing overhead. Indirect manufacturing labor is obviously going to be included. Depreciation on the delivery truck will not be included because delivery truck is a selling expense. And then assembly line workers' wages will not be included because that's considered direct labor. So first, it said what's the balance in the manufacturing overhead account before it's allocated. And so over here, we can just say that manufacturing overhead is equal to, and I'll type it out and then do it in Excel so that you can see the numbers actually typed out. But we said we needed the 18,000. We were going to include the 5,300 from the saws, the 45,000 indirect labor, not the depreciation on the delivery truck, and not the assembly line worker wages, so that's it. So over here, I'll use Excel to say 18,000 plus 5,300 plus 45,000 for 68,300. And let's make that comma style so it's easier for us to see. So now we need to do the journal entries associated with those three different, the indirect materials, the depreciation, and the labor. So we'll start out with doing the journal entry for this nails, glue, and stain. Our debit will be to manufacturing overhead. And that's going to be the case for all three of these transactions. And our credit, this is a material, so our credit is going to be raw materials inventory for 18,000. So this is showing that we're assigning that 18,000 to the overhead and we're pulling it out of inventory or decreasing our inventory asset. Then we need to do depreciation on the saws. So we'll have that debit to manufacturing overhead and a credit to accumulated depreciation on the saws for 5,300. And then we also have this indirect manufacturing labor. So again, a debit to manufacturing overhead. In this case, it told us that the wages have not yet been paid. So we have to credit wages payable for 45,000. And that's it for this problem.